Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Event Masters, episode number 28 on this Friday. This is the show where we take event producers and turn them into event masters. We got a guest today, is actually one of our own. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the show, Event Masters. You need to listen to this if you want to throw bigger and better events. Learn how to monetize and land bigger racks. Yeah, this is where you can learn how to do that. Event Masters.
We are back, episode number 28, Event Masters. I don't know where my co-host is right now, but Patrick's back. Happy Friday. I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. And we got Dylan right here. Oh, snap. Right here.
Patrick's out of practice, people. Patrick's out of practice. But yeah, this is going to be fun, man. Glad to have you back, finally.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you watched the last episodes, but I almost kicked you off. We had a poll going that said, do you get to keep your co-host status? And the people said yes, so we left you on your own show. So I'm glad to have you back. But
sorry, everyone. The last couple weeks have been busy over here at Viewstuff. We have been doing a lot, growing the team. I've been ready to launch a lot of great stuff. I think we just launched something that kind of goes into the episode that we're talking about today.
That's
the
right.
Discussion around the episode. So I figured if I get to come back on the show, then I get to interview this guy. So
I love it. So I'm excited.
Increasing event revenue, Dylan. Everyone loves event revenue. Every producer that probably we work with, a lot of them, actually probably most of them, have the goal of some kind of revenue generating for events. Events for the most part have to be business oriented, so they do have to make money. So this discussion is around that, right? We launched some very cool stuff that we'll probably get into a little bit later here at Viewstuff that prompted this. But yeah, let's kind of kick this off. So, we had a couple episodes early on that we talked about selling tickets and how to sell more tickets. I think this goes a little bit above and beyond just probably tickets and sponsorships, and more into the unique way of increasing those sales from the individual customer. So.
Absolutely. So a lot of good things in this topic has been on my brain for a few weeks, and then, like Patrick said, the development of some stuff over at Viewstuff has really prompted kind of a fire under me to talk about this more, because event revenue is one of my favorite things. I don't know why else we would be doing these grandiose large events to not make money. You touched on it. We did an episode. I can't remember which one, but the how to monetize your events and all, talking about the different revenue streams that your event can have. And so I kind of want to start there. I won't recap it. If you want to watch that video, make sure you just go check out that whole podcast and talk about the different revenue streams. But bring it up today because obviously most people, when they think increasing revenue or event revenue, they go, oh, I need either a few things, either to sell more tickets to more people, or I need to increase my revenue streams or whatever. And which is good. Obviously, you want to sell more tickets to more people. But I think where I want to take this is understanding first, you need to understand where your revenue is coming from. It's not always about having a lot of something, and doesn't mean you need a lot of tickets a lot of people to buy tickets, or you don't need a lot of sponsors. You don't need a lot of vendors. You don't need a lot of upsells or anything. It's just about the value of what they're giving you. The reason I say that is lost a whole train of thought, dude. Today's Friday. I can't do it today. We got to first of all, stop doing this show on Fridays, because my brain by the end of the week is lost. So where I'm going with this is the whole notion of, one, understanding your different revenue streams and where you're already currently making money. That's step one. You got to know where income is coming in and how you plan to make money. Now, the main topic of this show is not about increasing the width of it, in the width of those income streams, or how many people give you sponsorship dollars, or how many people buy tickets. Today's about increasing revenue through the people that are already giving you money.
Mhm.
And what I mean by that, we'll just get into it. Should we just get into it? Patrick, should we preface this with why it got brought up and why we're even talking about this today?
Your
Like, should we
LTV.
lifetime? Oh, that's a very fancy business term.
I'm
Oh,
not sure a lot of event producers and organizers use this term, but lifetime value of your customer is pretty much what we're getting into. So.
is there like I wonder if we can coin a phrase right here on the show one day around like event time value or event
Time
val-
value.
of
ETV.
event, something like ETV of a person. So guys, where we're going with this?
ATV, attendee time value. No.
We'll figure it out. We will coin a phrase on this show. Anyways, where we're going with that is actually before I get into what I want to talk about, I want to give Patrick the floor because the View Stub is obviously one of his babies, and I'm just here kind of helping steer the wheel. So this whole conversation today, what we're about to go into pretty quickly, is surfaced around one big thing of events coming back, and I'm talking about how to help people make more money, but also Patrick's been disappeared for 6 weeks because he's been working on project after project after project. And one of those projects is what sparked today, Patrick. So before I finish and before we interview me on the own show that we host together, what did we do, man? Let's just launch it. Let's just talk about it. I think it's just one of the single biggest things we've done this year, in my personal opinion, outside of the studio or the agency hub or any of those. But for those who don't know, didn't see the announcement on Tuesday, didn't see Tech Update Tuesday. What did we just launch and why is it so awesome?
Yeah, so the amazing development team with the lead of Tyler Rowland on the team, he did an extraordinary job on this. You probably saw him on the Tech Update Tuesday. If you missed it, we launched event upsells. And why is that so important? Increasing your LTV of your attendees. So the way it works is, of course, you go buy a ticket or you come and buy a ticket on ViewStub, or a attendee comes through the white label plugin and goes and selects their ticket, right? General admission, VIP, front row seating, whatever it may be. And, they add that to the cart, and that's essentially it. They add it to the cart. They put in their name and email, great seamless checkout, little blurb by us, and put in their card. And that's it. Like, that's all you get from them. You get that ticket sale, right? And then that's all you can capture from them right there. That's the opportunity. Just think about that. One sale. I mean, of course, they may buy multiple tickets for their friends or whatnot, but it's only the tickets. So what we did, or actually what Tyler did such a great job on, is being able to add a upsell to that. And that is essentially like a non-ticket kind of secondary purchase. So when you when an attendee adds a ticket in there, on the next screen before the cart, it asks to prompt them to buy something else. And you get to customize that any way you want, right? You can add, full drink tickets, parking, you can add merchandise. There's all kinds of use cases and stuff that you can add. But the important thing is before they click the purchase, you put something in front of their face in a good way, right? This is something that they probably most likely want to add to their cart again. And it's just a secondary, when they're walking up to the counter to buy it, hey, do you want this soda with your sandwich, right? And they probably do want the soda. They just forgot to grab the soda. So then, you throw that right now you put it right on the counter as they're pulling out their card, and boom, they purchase the soda again, and you just got one more sale. So we made it very simple for the attendee, as well as if you're an event organizer and producer that uses ViewStub or is going to use ViewStub, you can add those upsells and multiple upsells to be able to increase your lifetime value of your attendee. That may be too business oriented for this show, but yeah.
Well, we gotta up these event profs business terms. But you just gave me an amazing idea to name our blog on this, and I'm just gonna label it. Do you want fries with that? Because it's a prime, like what you just laid out is exactly like fast food places. When you go to order a number 3, do you want to make that supersized? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I want to make it supersized.
You want to make it a large? You want to make it supersized? Yep.
You know
That's
what I mean?
exactly
So
what it is.
It's literally that concept, and it just hit me that that's the metaphor I've been trying to find this whole entire time. But yes, do you want fries with that? Is literally what we just rolled out. We should call the feature that. what we just rolled out of ViewStub's ticketing software. So what this means in you guys' world, what does this mean for you? Add-ons, upsells, all this. Why is it important that we built it in the way we built it? And understanding actual purchasing psychology and stuff like that, and why we built it in the way we did. So the whole add-on experiences and stuff goes to Patrick's points of increasing someone's value, attendee value, over just the $30 ticket. So let's get practical with it, because I could talk all meta all day. But there's
a few ways that we can get practical on it.
Because
some of it is more like wants, and some of it is kind of more needs, the way I look at it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure, Dylan, you're getting ready to get into this, but I mean, T-shirts or a drink ticket is more of a want, but we could also get into the needs, right? Your parking ticket, your umbrella, or your poncho, right? You know how they upsell you on a poncho when you're sitting on the lawn. You know, that's more of your needs. So there's different use cases, not just the want, sell them a T-shirt, sell them a mug, or sell them a lanyard, whatever it may be. So,
yeah, absolutely. So here's some practical examples of what we mean in increasing attendee value and things like this. And here's a real world example. I've run this whole method for years. That's why I've been so excited to roll it out at ViewStub, because there are very little ticketing solutions out there. I have not actually found one that does it correctly. The art of the upsell is a scientific method to do this. And it's the do you want fries with that method? So the way we did this is, and the reason it's important. So let's say you have a general admission ticket. Let's say you're doing a concert, my friends. Say you're doing a concert. Okay. You have a $30 general admission ticket. And then what most of you do, okay, this is what most of you do, probably all of you. You then go in turn, put a VIP ticket on there, or a pit ticket, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to call it VIP for this today. VIP ticket, and let's say it's $120, right? General admission's 30, VIP is 120. All right. And then you're hoping someone's going to pick between the two, right? And they have to analyze the differences and all of that, right? You're actually converting less because you're making people decide which ticket. You're putting two decisions in front of them, and now they have to choose, right? So you're increasing the amount of time they have to make a decision. So that sucks, right? Because the more time they have to decide, the more time they're likely to lose.
Analysis paralysis.
Yep. So automatically, by setting up your tickets with all of your tiered ticketing in a row, and when I say tiered, I mean GA, VIP, super VIP. When you have all of that front loaded, people have to choose which pass or which ticket they do. So let's remap this and rework this in a way that's actually more valuable to increase the conversion rate and increase your value per attendee. Let's say you have that general admission ticket. This ties into our upsell feature here, people. So let's say you only put out the general admission ticket. You have to have a general admission ticket to come to your event. It's $30. The way we set it up is now they go ahead, they get their in-person ticket or their virtual ticket as well, whatever it is. And then they go hit place order, and it takes you to an upsell or add-on page, right? The psychology of that is now they're going to make decisions of add-on experiences, not the whole experience. I'm not purchasing one ticket for VIP. I'm adding on that upgrade. I'm adding on the parking pass. I'm adding on certain things, and then inevitably adding to my cart and increasing my attendee value. Right now that I'm giving you $30, it's more likely that I actually go and purchase that $80 upgrade for a VIP ticket, because psychologically, I'm now getting two things for the price of one, whereas your VIP ticket psychologically is one ticket. So I'm buying one thing for $120, or I'm buying two things for $120. What's better value? Psychologically, subconsciously. People aren't even thinking about this, but they are subconsciously. So there you're already upgrading or upgrading your conversion on people you want to buy VIP tickets, right? You want them to buy, and you want them to add on their parking passes and things like that, right? So I say all that to say this. I think that method is where you guys should flip the whole script. General admission, if you have like levels of general admission, like front row, priority seating, and like lawn seating, that's all general admission. And then they can still up, and you can price those differently, and then have each one of those have an upsell. Now, let's get savvy with it, and let's get real savage with it. You want to increase value. Most of you are not going to listen to me. I get it. I know it. You're going to put that VIP ticket on the homepage. I get it. Guys, don't listen to me. So for those of you who want to do that, let me give you some advice. Okay, you got the GA ticket, okay, and the VIP ticket. That VIP ticket gets you all sorts of cool things. Access to the VIP club, right? Three free drink tickets, right? They get a parking pass. They get exclusive VIP entrance line. They get some swag, and it's all included in their $120 ticket. You got your GA ticket, you got your VIP. Okay. If I were you, it's just advice. This was one man's opinion. I would, in turn, let's say they only purchased a GA ticket. But what if they want that parking pass? What if they would pay another $20 to park closer to the event?
Well, you gotta think about, like, that's kind of like the needs though, but you're gonna make their life easier on a parking pass like that, because how many times have you showed up and they're like, oh, you have to pay for parking. They didn't even know they had to pay for parking. And then they have to find out how to pay for parking, and they have to find out where to pay for the parking, right? Or where to get the actual pass. So you're actually making their life
in
easier
Timbuktu
like that. So
then they're parked out in Timbuktu and got to take a golf cart to the front entrance.
and then they're mad at you.
Because they didn't have
organizing
access. You never gave them the ability to buy just a VIP pass. They don't care about your VIP upgrade tent. They want to be in the lawn because it's more fun. They can sneak in their flasks and their koozies, right? So they can hang out there. But you never offered them a $15 parking pass, so they only gave you $30, right, at the front end. But if you can upsell them, right, in a strategic way and go, hey, you just bought a general admission ticket. What if, instead of waiting in line at the event, what if you just bought the shirt now? Okay. Let's say you upgrade a $15 ticket parking pass. And man, you want 3 free drink tickets so you don't have to wait in our line system? Cool. Go ahead and buy those now. Buy everything you think you need and want.
Or the fast pass.
Yeah, fast pass is that's like skip to the front. That's an intro. I've never actually seen an event with a fast pass.
Like
the actual definition of a fast pass.
Yeah, you could use the event upsells to better the attendee experience, not just increase revenue, but better the attendee experience. Like a fast pass.
Well, they go hand in hand.
I don't want to stand in line.
So. Patrick, they go hand in hand. I increase my attendee experience for individuals. I make more money. So if you can upsells and VIP treatments, they might not want all of it. They might, like I said, they might not care about the VIP club and hanging out with everybody, but they want better parking. They want this. And because you're not upselling and adding on and having them add on, and if you are, chances are you're doing it in a fashion where you got them all on one checkout page, and you're like, you hope they see that extra parking pass, and you hope they knew they needed it or could buy it or something. So I want to press upon about how important it is that we ran it in this fashion at ViewStub of ticketing and then an upsell. It's not about trying to do it all at one cart, and then it psychologically says, you want this, but wait, there's more. Hey, do you want fries with that? I'm going to use that every single time now. Do you want fries with that? It's you as the event organizer asking, how else can I give you something of experience, and increasing your revenue at the same time. So back to that lifetime value. I said this on LinkedIn the other day and it didn't hit because I think I shared the post or whatever, but I'm going to redo it. But I was in a debate the other day about someone who's like, increasing event revenue only means you have to sell more tickets, right? And then I just busted out the math of 5,000 times 20 is the same thing, equals 2,000 times 50. So that means 5,000 people who give me 5,000 people who give me a $20 or average dollars ticket is equals 100,000. 2,000 people that give me a $50 ticket or give me $50 of their own money equals 100,000. So it's not increasing event revenue doesn't mean you need more of everything. You just need to increase your value per attendee, right? On site, if we want to get real savage with it, you have to know how many beers someone is buying. I know that, and once they got on site, and event organizers don't understand the value of a customer. They really don't. I think a lot of them don't realize that they bought a $30 ticket. You add on a parking pass, they're now worth $45 to you. Then on site, they buy 4 beers. Those are $7 each. That's 28. So now you're up to 68. But everything you do needs to be increased or designed around increasing the value per attendee. I could go to work with 2,000 people and make more money than most people do with 5,000 attendees, because I understand this idea. Increasing event revenue is sometimes about increasing the lifetime value. And hopefully just one event's not the lifetime of your attendee. Otherwise you did something wrong. But that's where we got to come up with the term, dude. We've got to come up with this term of event attendee value.
Yeah. And just a small note on that. People want to buy for convenience or having something faster in this world, in any kind of industry or whatnot.
Yep.
Like, people pay to save time and have a better experience. Like, they want to pay you. So don't even think of it as like, oh my God, they're not going to want to buy a fast pass. They're not going to want to buy whatever it may be. People want to buy things. Like people want to buy things and they want to experience things. And you doing that is actually a favor to them. So
yeah. Convenient. Well, I think that's a really good way to put it. I've never thought about it in this way, but breaking it down into they want to pay for convenience or experience. It's the only two reasons you would. That's what unless you're buying merch or products or T-shirts or something. But
still experience.
Yeah, which is the experience getting the T-shirt, the rocket, and stuff like that. So they're either upgrading or adding on, and you need to be thinking as the organizer, how can you add on or upgrade people into experiences that either are more convenient or more experiential, like a VIP club or a meet and greet pass or something like that. Look at all these little alternative things that you can in turn sell your attendees in some fashion, either upfront using your ticketing solution and their half-ass upsell system, or using ViewStub's Mac Daddy one. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Subtle plug if you're looking for in-person ticketing. I know a guy. And it's just about that. I think it's increasing that and selling people experiences or convenience and increasing lifetime value of an attendee inevitably increases your event revenue without having to go any bigger necessarily. You don't have to go from a 2,000 person event to 5,000, right? Because that equals more logistics nightmares that most people don't want to deal with. So if you're stuck at a range, or if you've capped out, this is also for you people who have capped out at your venue, right? I work with venues that I can't do any more than 500 people. So how do I make more money? Okay, well, exactly what we're saying here. If you're at capacity, how do you make more money in a venue? You make every person that comes in that venue give you more money. Can you sell them more beer? Can you sell them a better experience? Can you sell them convenience? Can you sell them a T-shirt? Can you sell them a meet and greet pass? Something, right? And the power of add-ons and upsells. And we're not even talking upsells of like you conference folks who are selling products and packages. That's another whole story. But you could do that too. Sell it. And I want to touch on a couple, like, now that we've rambled on about that, I want to leave this with a couple like real examples of cool things you guys can do that some of you may not think about in this upsell world. Because we talked about buying an in-person ticket and like upgrading the VIP. Great. But what if you could also sell someone an in-person ticket and then a $37 replay access on the event, right? Really now you're leveraging ViewStub in its entirety, right? Mm-hmm. Or like having little things like that. I think that's an amazing one. Or going back to understanding that if you're going to do tiered ticketing, to offer your lower tiered ticketing parts of your VIP experience so that you can increase their value. I think those are two big ones that I want people to understand that is highly important. If VIP only comes with an extra parking pass and access to the club, we'll take that parking pass and access to the club and break them into two add-on experiences for the rest of general admission, right? And then all of a sudden now general admission's getting a ticket, but I want to go hang out in the VIP club. All right, cool. It's an extra $72, but you can come in. And now what did you just effectively do? Increase your revenue by $72 for one attendee. And attendees don't come alone, people. They come in groups. So they're going to buy. So every one upgrade or VIP, people are usually buying in groups. So every single time you do this, they buy 2 or 3 or 4. Very rarely do people buy single tickets to events. So that's a big thing. You got anything to add, Patrick? Because I feel like I can ramble, but I think today's been an interesting topic.
We hit on a really good couple points. I mean, it's really, not how many attendees, but how much you could get out of each attendee. But then you add both of them together, you sell more attendees from your event, and you maximize upsell, and you're talking about like double whammy.
That's like that's for the advanced folks who once you buy into this upsell idea, then I'm not saying don't go get more people. Now apply this to 5,000 people, 10,000 people, and make all of that just inevitably come bigger. And I do want to wrap it up with people who we've talked a lot about in person. This works just as well for virtually, people. I'm doing a virtual event. Boom. Let's roll out a virtual concept real quick so people understand it in a virtual world. Hey, I'm doing a free webinar live on September 21st. Weird. I might be doing a webinar on that day. We'll talk about it. Another show. So September 21st is a live event. It's free to attend if you come in live. Boom. Everyone gives in free. It's a free event. Right next to it is going to be an upsell, or right after that page is going to be an upsell to purchase the replays for $10 or $20. Yeah, $20, let's say. Right? So everyone got in free. You upsell them. But wait, do you want to add a replay to that? so that you actually have access. Now everyone's actually upgrading to it, right? Because they see that they don't have to compare the value. They don't. That's the decision making. So they bought in free, and then they're like, oh, I can add the replay. Cool, no problem. 20 extra bucks. Don't even have to think about it. And you'll up your conversion. And then you can also do an ebook, right? Hey, purchase the ebook, right? $10 workbook that comes with the event. And then here's and there's other things then you can then add. I'm rambling on the top of my head.
You do, like even if you're doing an entertainment experience, you could do like a one-on-one meet and greet after the show. You could still do t-shirts, swag. Yeah, you could do, man. I mean, it's pretty endless, to be honest.
Yeah, the options are there. So I think I just wanted to press upon for those of you who are watching this and you're going like, well, I do virtual events. Why does this matter? I'm not selling VIP experiences. Well, one, you are and you can, and there are ways to still do it virtually. And 100%, this is not an event necessarily checkout process that it was invented by event people. Like this is just the standard of upsells through the worlds that me and Patrick come from, and the coaches space and any space. Amazon does this. When you go to check out, it's going to say, hey, you should also buy this, this, and this, or have you upgrade it, or did you get the 2-year warranty? Everybody does it. They don't offer you the vacuum and the 2-year warranty up front. They go to buy the vacuum and then add on the 2-year warranty. Same thing in car sales. You add on the warranty at the end. They don't purchase it with the warranty. You buy the car and then add on. If it doesn't work for cars, it doesn't work for Amazon, then they wouldn't do it. Right? It wouldn't work. Amazon, the smartest company in the world, would not do upsells in the strategic way that we're talking about them today if it didn't work, or that should be the best way to do it. They understand human behavior better than we do. So that is all I got today, my friends. That's all I got. I think we could dive deeper. It simple.
You want fries with that?
You want fries with that is the greatest way. We're changing the title of the show. And I'm totally putting out a blog called You Want Fries With That. So... well, friends, look, this has been another cool episode. And make sure you guys are liking, subscribe, following us on all social medias at The Real Event Masters. We have 2 groups, one on Facebook, one on LinkedIn. Make sure you're joining those. We have our
popping off too.
I'm excited about that one. And then make sure you text us at 407-214-5335. I think there's a banner, but I'm not going to click it. I'll put it in the channel or put it in the comments. And then what else we got, Patrick? What else we got? ViewStub plug. It's our show. So good stuff coming up, man. You've been working, man. Tell I'm gonna ask you a couple questions before we hop off here, man. And then I got to run too. And I know you're busy, but catch us up a little bit. Catch us up a little bit on ViewStub, man. Not outside of this just one feature. We've done a lot. So you've been busy. Ooh. Catch us up.
Scanner. We made a lot of improvements to Scanner. It's another one by Tyler Rowland. Being able to do multi-scanner like sections. So general admission into your VIP section, as well as group scanning as well. I know, Dylan, you made a plug on that yesterday on Facebook of
that group scan.
Scanner. You know, like other companies, I'm not going to name them, but you got to scan each individual ticket in. You know, like I said, every second that your attendee has to wait is dissatisfaction for them, right?
Yep.
So being able to just click their whole group, because have you ever been to an event? Everyone goes and just one person buys all 6 tickets for the group, and then that person, all they need to do is show their phone and then boom, scan them in on ViewStub and click, all 6 just to check them in all at one time is huge. So we made a lot of improvements on our streaming. We have some really cool stuff coming up as well. It has to do with seat mapping. I'll just say it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Guys, seat mapping is coming to ViewStub. We're just going to say it today. Seat mapping is coming to ViewStub. I swear, Patrick, I don't think you get it as much as I don't think you may have noticed, but my excitement over the last 60 days of our product development is having me ecstatic, not sleeping, because virtual, guys, I was new to virtual joining ViewStub. I had done some hybrid stuff before, but I didn't know what really was needed, right? I didn't know what problems we were trying to solve. We were asking you guys questions every single day, but now we're back to the world I love, in-person events, building out the best in-person product within ViewStub as humanly possible. And we're doing it. And I'm ecstatic because seat mapping is exciting. Some other stuff that I won't name yet. Seat mapping is all you get today, guys. But I'm excited. And he's not even
Also,
done.
yeah, in about 2 weeks, another feature that Tyler's working on is has to do with increasing event revenue. Let's just call it on-site purchases is coming, but it goes along with what we talked about today. In the next, I would say 4 to 6 weeks, safe to say, we're about to have a really good in-person solution. Really good. So we're excited. If you're doing an in-person event, please drop the link below of the in-person event that we're doing. We would love to check it out and actually show you how our solution can do it. That's a straight sales blurb right there.
Hey, it's our show. We do what we want.
So,
yeah, for sure. And other good stuff like business side of things, we're growing as a team, adding humans, team members, more importantly, are stepping up into new roles.
6 more people. That's why I've been a little bit busy on the training and the hiring. And we're hiring a few more people as well on the sales side. So we are growing, as well as we got a really cool webinar coming up too. So if you're in the venue business, you may want to tune in, follow Dylan on that one. I'll be posting as well too. So
word, and all good stuff on the business side. You'll see a really cool announcement coming from us in the next couple of weeks about the growth and the maybe a little bit of the future plans of ViewStub. So for those of you who have been asking, so we've been busy, good stuff happening, growth all around. And so it can't happen without you guys. The EventMASTERS community is inevitably always growing. You guys are doing a good job sharing and just keep doing that. And we're going to keep running with the show. And Patrick has promised to be on more. And with that being said, I think we're good. We can roll out. Today's episode was longer than I wanted it to be, but oh well.
Thank you for tuning in. Episode number 28. Till next time.
See y'all.